Hello students, back to class again. In the last class we had discussed on and worked on the tense, and among that we have completed the simple present, present continuous and present perfect. And today we are going to focus on the past tense. We'll be seeing the three forms: simple past, past continuous and past perfect. Okay, so we'll see that one by one. As you know, the simple past tense talks about actions that have occurred earlier. Okay, so actions which are already completed. Let's find out, okay, the completed actions in these sentences. So identify the doing words in the sentences. So doing words, that means action words. Okay, so you can see in these sentences, the boys played cricket. So here in this sentence, played is a doing word which is in the past tense, a completed task. The boy drank a cup of milk. So drink is the present and drank is the past. That is verb 2. Drink is verb 1, simple present, and drank verb 2, that is simple past. Okay, the girl cut the cake. The cat slept on the mat. The dog chased the bus. The teacher wrote on the board. As you can see, these words written in red: played, drank, caught, slept, chased, and wrote. All these are action words and they are in the past tense. That means the actions have been completed by the subjects. Alright. Now let's do more of the exercises so that it will be better for you to understand, okay, what a simple past is. Now first, please see, you have to read the complete sentence, then only you will know the context which, okay, how to change, okay, in what way to change. Just as looking at the read word, okay, the verb in the simple form, that you don't say, okay, it should be that. You need to read the complete sentence. All right, so let's do that. In 2010, the past tense of go is simple past, went to Miami on a holiday. Sentence 2, it. So the verb given is be. So what is the past form of the be verb here in this? So it could be was and were. Okay, so but you have to choose now which one. Was or were depends on subject, singular or plural. So in this sentence you have a singular subject, so it. So it's a singular, so you need to choose was. So it was amazing to meet them. Sentence 3. In the morning, we walked in the streets of London. So simple past of walk is walked. We see some exotic fruits in our orchard. So the past tense, simple past of the verb see is saw. So we saw. Next is Aviral say that he would not visit the museum. So the past form of say is said. Yes, Aviral said that he would not visit the museum. So you can see the list of the verbs: went, was, walked, saw, and said in the past, simple past form. Now let's look into past continuous tense. We use the past continuous tense to talk about actions that went on for some time in the past. It's not happening now. Okay, that went on for some time in the past. For example, the whole crowd was screaming in the superstar's name when he entered the auditorium. Okay, so was screaming here means they were, yes, they were calling his name. Oh, you become so happy, no, when somebody, when you are waiting as a audience in the auditorium, and suppose the guest whoever has to come, or whoever is celebrating, the some event in the school, and then or jubilee, okay, the person jubilarian or principal comes in, you say, oh, isn't it? So that's screaming, okay, that's become so happy and excited. So here see the example, as the superstar entered the auditorium, what was the crowd doing? Screaming. Okay, so the whole crowd was screaming in the superstar's name when they entered the auditorium hall. The little baby was sleeping soundly, very peacefully, though the children were making a lot of noise. So you can see the children were making a lot of noise, okay, at that time. Even then, the baby was sleeping soundly, peacefully. We will be disturbed, no, if somebody makes noise when we are sleeping, but the baby was not disturbed, was sleeping soundly. Okay, so was screaming, was sleeping, here both are in the past continuous form. Okay, so you can see the word was, okay, is the be form, the past. Okay, be form was, that this is helping verb. Okay, and then scream, ing form, screaming. So was screaming. Okay, so likewise was sleeping. Okay, so helping verb of the be verb. Okay, and then was, and then sleep, first form of the verb with ing, sleeping. Okay, so you need to know this structure. All right, next let's sing with more exercises. It will be easy for you to understand. Okay, when I phoned my friends, they football. So when I rang up to my friends in the past, okay, so we are talking about the past, something happening in the past. So they were playing football. Okay, the second sentence, we, the poem when the principal entered the class. We were reciting, okay, the poem when the principal entered the class. So you can see that in the first sentence, you have they, okay, they is there, no? So they play football, is there, no? So you have used were playing. So whether I should pick up the verb was or were depends on, what did I say? The subject. Okay, singular or plural. Okay, that you have to know. If it is singular, you have to use was. If it is plural, then you have to use were. Okay, so here in these sentences, they, we, in the second sentence, both of these are plural subjects. So I will be taking up the plural verb were for this. Okay, and then number 3, Yamini. Now this is singular, isn't it? Yamini was cycling the whole day yesterday. Was. I chose this was because of the singular subject. We were expecting many guests that day. We were because we is plural. Okay, subject. So I choose the verb were. Okay, expecting many guests that day. All of us were doing our best to make it a special day. So doing, and the helping verb of the be form, which one? Were. Okay, so all of us were doing our best to make it a special day. Okay, so you can see that what is being changed. Play, we're playing. Okay, simple present, play, and past continuous, we're playing. Recite, the simple present, or reciting, past continuous, something was happening in the past. Cycle was cycling. Expect, were expecting. Do, were doing. Now let's look into past perfect tense. So we use the past perfect tense to talk about two or more actions that have occurred in the past. Okay? One action after the other. Okay? Two action happening in the past. Now let's see. For example, he said that he had given the book to the teacher. He said that he had given the book to the teacher. Okay, that means here already the giving action was already done at the time of speaking. See, he said at that time that he had given the book to the teacher. So if you had to use the present perfect, and it would have been has given. Okay, but since we are talking about the past perfect, it is had given. Okay, for both has and have, the past form of this, participle form of this is had. Okay, so the school children gathered the fruits that had fallen from the tall tree. Okay, the school children gathered, collected what? The fruits. Okay, fruits that had fallen from the tall tree. So the fruits had already fallen. Okay, so it was there, so that they collected. Asim wanted to know what had happened to his school bag. Okay, now here Asim wanted. What did he want? To know. To know what? What had happened to his school bag. Okay, so you can see one in the simple past form and the other in the past perfect form. Okay, wanted, Asim wanted. Okay, what had happened to his school bag. Remember. Okay, so in the first sentence, he said, had given, the school children gathered, okay, the fruits that had fallen. Asim wanted what? What had happened to his school bag. All right, so you can see here two tenses being used. One is in the simple form, okay, and the other one in the past perfect form. Okay, so we form the past perfect tense by using the past tense of the verb to have. Okay, to have, the past perfect form of to have is had. Okay, and the past participle of the verb. Okay, so For example, give, gave, given. Give is present, gave past, and given participle form. Verb 3. Okay. Present is verb 1. Gave, okay, that is past, verb 2, and given participle, verb 3. So we form the past perfect tense by using the past tense of the verb to have. The past tense of the verb to have is had, and we use the past participle of the verb, that means verb 3, to form the past perfect tense. So had given, had fallen, had happened. Okay, so in these sentences. Now let's do more exercises. Okay, fill in the blanks with the correct forms of the past perfect tense. Now see here. The gust of wind destroyed the model that we, the past perfect form of built, that we had built. Okay, that we had built. All right. Now next, you remember we have to use the past perfect tense, okay, of the verb given there. She not be Amsterdam before 2010. So she, remember, had not, the perfect form of be, participle form of be, been. Okay, so she had not been Amsterdam before 2010. Number 3. When Amit went out to play, he had already did, done. So the third form is done. So when Amit went out to play, he had already done his assignment. Number 4. Ram was certain that he had seen the lady before. Okay, see, saw, seen, and of course you have to use the past form of what? The verb to have, so had. Next, number 5, the teacher corrected the composition. Okay, I write. So what is the past perfect form of write? How should you write? I had written. Along with had, participle form of write, that is verb 3, write, wrote, written. That, written, you have to write. Okay, so once again we'll see the verbs here. Built, had built. Not, be, had not been. Look at the third sentence. Already. Okay, do is there, no? So we have changed that to had already done. In the next sentence, you say the word see. So had seen. And in the fifth sentence, write. So we have changed to had written. So that's how we had filled the blanks with the past perfect tenses of the given verb. Right? Now, remember, past tense deals with events that have already happened in the past. Okay? For example, go, went. See, saw. Visit, visited. Okay, this is simple past tense. Now we use the past continuous tense to talk about the actions that went on for some time in the past. Okay, which continued for some time in the past, which now it has stopped. It is not happening. Okay, it doesn't apply to the present. So the see the words here: bird was screaming, was sleeping, was singing. Okay, at that time, was happening. Okay, in the past. Next one, when we want to talk about two or more actions that have occurred in the past, then we use the past perfect tense. Okay, so the past perfect tense is what? You have to use to have, but in the past form. Okay, had built. Okay, had seen, had written. Don't forget to use to have form in the past form, and then you have to use the participle. Okay, that means verb 3. So for example, for build, build, built, built. Seen, saw, or which one? First one, present tense, see. See, saw, seen. And for written, write, wrote, written. Okay, so remember this. Okay, this rule, and you will be able to do all the remaining exercises, okay, confidently. I'm sure you will do that. Okay, so more of it we'll discuss, okay, in the next class. Till then, take care, stay safe, stay healthy. Okay, bye for now. See you in the next class.